Hello, back again, and today it is Thursday, and it's the 8th of June 2023. Got my day right this time. How embarrassing. Fuck. Ah dear. And I realised right at the end of the video, I was like, I think I could have swore I said it was Thursday at the beginning of this video. But yeah, anyway. So, interesting stuff today going on, isn't there? There's the event in France. There's some mad guy wielding a knife, causing harm in a kiddies' playground in France. Or, yeah, I think it was France. Macron, pretty sure it was France. Near the Alps, I believe. In a very sleepy, friendly place. And the media have said that, this is mainstream obviously, or that he's currently in custody, being assessed by a mental health person. Well, clearly he's got issues. Anyone who wants to cause anyone else harm has issues, big issues. Unless it's, completely and utterly justified, like people are trying to take over the world or something, and it was a secret for a long, long time, and then it's no longer really secret. Hence the Great Awakening. But, so yeah, that's quite a disgraceful thing. I suspect it would have been organised. Just the way it's being reported on, really. And they'll write some other law, no doubt, ban even, pocket knives or whatever. Who knows? I've had a really tough week. My back is really hurting. I've been digging flower beds that haven't been touched for 3 years, and the ground is solid. I don't know if you know what a mattock is, but a mattock is like a ground digging pickaxe, if you like. It's like a pickaxe, but it's got a pretty wide blade one end, and then twist that on its side the other end, and that's a mattock. That won't even go through some of the stuff, and today I've been working my way through the back of the flower beds where there's some trees, and that all needed weeding as well. So yeah, it's been tough, but see, I've been there. This is coming towards the end of the second week now, and although when I was interviewed I was told I'd mainly be on a mower, I've been on my hands and knees all week. Last week was predominantly hedges and getting the grass back under control, and this week has been trying to sort out the flower beds, and that has been certainly a baptism of fire. The reason why I'm talking about it is I've become rather curious about the guy whose property we are maintaining, because he lives on an estate of which I work, and my job is grounds maintenance, and that means the upkeep of people that pay quite large amounts of money for their rent, and they get the gardens and the properties all maintained and everything for them, and they get the security of the estate. So I've been talking to the PA, and she's very polite, young girl, very astute, knows her business, knows what she's doing, very kind, always offering cups of tea and coffee, and as does he. And today I had to go to the loo, which is always embarrassing, isn't it, when you've got to go to the loo in someone else's house. And I got in the toilet, and I didn't know what his surname was. And Now I do know what his surname is, and it's really quite interesting because I didn't know what he did for a job. So anyway, I took note of the surname, and he's been in a paper or two. One of them was up on the wall, and him and his wife were nominated Couple of the Year, I think it was, back in 2011. And yeah, he's a nice chap. He's a really nice guy, actually. Seems pretty genuine, very friendly, polite, not arrogant with his vast wealth, and he does have vast wealth. But anyway, when I arrived there today, I spoke to him this morning, and he was, he has to go and see a doctor about some problems he's having, and he used to play professional rugby, which was quite interesting. And so I spoke to him about, where he was going, and he's going to get his MRI reading today. And anyway, so off he went. Well, while he was out, PA came over and said hello. Do you want a coffee or a tea? And so I said, yeah, I'll come down with you. I'm going to have just a quick few minutes, have a cigarette. So anyway, we went and sat while she was making the tea in the kitchen. And I hadn't been. I had been to the toilet at this point. And I said to her, I said, I don't like to ask, but I've got to. When somebody pays £7,000 per month to live in a property, it's, what do they do? You just want to know, right? So I said, I don't want to ask, but I'm gonna. What does he do? And I'm not going to name drop because obviously that could jeopardise my new job. Interesting sound. I don't know if you heard that. Sounded like an owl on steroids. So anyway, she said, he's involved with some startups, and he's head of sustainability for. She didn't say which organisation, but that's what he does, the vertical farming. It turns out that he's involved with the vertical farming, where they're growing stuff in big warehouses under sort of aquaponic conditions, I would say. And wow, that really pricked my ears up, and I didn't ask too much else, and then we just continued to talk. Anyway, when I got home, armed with his full name, I thought I'm gonna do a little internet search on him. So I did the internet search, and you wouldn't believe, turns out this guy is an advisor on sustainability to the UN, the Whiskey Echo Foxtrot, and governments. Of course, the middle one there really was what pricked my interest. So yes, he rubs shoulders with our globalist friends. Now, I'm quite a talkative chap, and we're getting on very well. And if you watch this, hello, I make YouTube videos. And I'm gonna see if he's aware of, and I'm gonna think of a way of dropping it into conversation. But I'm gonna see if he's aware of some of the agendas of this corporation, this unelected body that tells people in their sovereign countries what to do. I'm going to see whether he's aware of you'll own nothing and you'll be happy, universal basic income, some of Schwabby Boy's little speeches what he's done, you know, got to stop people moving around, and we've already got the next emergency, and that's the old changing climate, as we've heard ourselves from his mouth. And I'm also going to ask him whether he knows about CBDC, because, and I'm actually going to say to him, oh, you know, I did an internet search on you, you're quite, you know, and I'll flatter him a bit, and we'll see what he knows, and I will update you. So, although it may need to be in code, but anyway, you know, you rob him to pay Paul, actually. That'd be the sort of first name. And yeah, there's a fly. It's called a lacewing. Little, you know, it's like a little green insect with lacy wings. Yeah, lacy wings. Yeah, so you rob him to pay Paul, and he's got lacy wings. So you might want to drop the wings and an E. Don't put an E in there. Anyway, hope that's been useful. Have a look for yourself. Really quite worrying, but I will keep you updated. And on that note, I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a good evening.